Hello, this is Jamie Magridge. Welcome to Jamie's Craft Table. Today I'm going to show you how I made this card. So let's get started. Okay, I'm using the Chic dies, the snowflakes in them. For the sentiment, I'm bringing in the Sending Smiles, Love and Big Hugs, and the Smiles Sending Dies. I'm using, the wintry 3D embossing folder. I actually use this one, but you could use this one as well. Either one would work. And I don't think I did that part, so we'll probably have to do that. Okay, so for cardstock, I had a piece of glimmer, I forgot what it's called. It's old from my stash. Sparkle glimmer paper. And this is, let's see, like 2 by 3, and I cut out the snowflakes with it. All 3 of the snowflakes, one large, one medium, and one small, and those are from the Chic dies. I have I've also cut out the detailed one out of black and the shadow one out of white. And then I'm also using 3 of the layering circles. And I have, if you number them, 1 being the largest to 8 being the smallest, I have number 4, 5, and 7. Okay, so let's set these aside. I have a scrap of white to stamp a sentiment on. This is the scraps that I cut the sentiments out of. I have my 3 circles that I cut out. This is the tittle to the eye, so let's put that up there. Oh, I think I just lost it, but okay. I have a white piece which is 3 by 4 1/4, and then this is 3 1/2 by 4 3/4, and I was able to cut 2 of these circles out of it, and then I just needed a scrap for this one. Don't want to go too close to the edge because there's quite a large border. You want to make sure you leave a 1/4 inch away from the edges. Okay, this piece is going to get run through this embossing folder. Then I have my card base, which is 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, scored and folded at 4 1/4. Okay, so let's put these aside. Let's bring in our die cut machine and emboss this. I forgot which pieces I need because I won't use this one in a minute. Okay, so I need my base 1, and for 3D I need base 4. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and make sure the paper's in there squarely. Trying to stay under the camera, but can't quite do it. All right, go ahead and put this in with the fold first. And run it through our machine. All right. And we get that. Okay. All right, now we can assemble this card. It's really quite simple. First thing we're going to do is bring in this piece we just embossed. Use my wet glue. Ooh. I'm just going to put it around the edges because just a little bit like that, because I don't want it oozing out the holes onto my work surface. Make sure it's centered here. Okay, there's that part. Now I'm going to bring in these snowflakes. My circles, and the largest snowflake is going to go onto the largest circle, and I'm just going to put little dabs of glue, like almost nothing. You don't want a lot of glue because then it'll ooze out and make everything sticky. If you think you have too much glue, bring in a scrap paper, stick it on and lift it off. Okay, go ahead and stick that in the center. Go ahead and do the same thing for these other ones. Again, if you think you got too much glue, stick it down on your paper and lift it off. Okay, one more. Okay, now we're going to put dimensionals on the back of these. I put 3 on each of the bigger ones. Just 2 on the small ones, fine. Okay, now we're going to arrange these. So we want one to go here. This one's going to go down here. This one will go up here underneath. So let's go ahead and take the back off of this one and put it on first. There, I think. Okay, take the backings off of these. And that goes there. Backings off of this little one. This one's going to go down here. And it does extend over the white. It kind of breaks that line a little bit. Okay, now let's bring in our sending. And again, we're just going to put little dabs of glue. Don't want much. This would probably been smart to put that sticky paper on the back of the, forget what it's called. It makes it a sticker, but I always forget. Okay, now we're gonna line this up on the shadow. Oops, slid. There we go. Now there's a little dot. If you lose the dot, it's no big deal, because I'm going to put a pearl there anyway. One of those iridescent ones. we go. Okay, now we have to stamp our sentiment. And bring this in. This. And black ink pad. Stamp the sentiment. Love and big hugs. Just going to go ahead and stamp it down. Okay. Excuse me. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, now I'm going to bring this die. It's also from the Sending Dies. I'm going to center this up here. I'm bringing a Post-it note. Oops, I think I moved it. And then let's bring in our machine. Not a lot of stamping on this one. Okay, then I've got my base plate, one cutting plate. Oops. Try that again. Okay, pop that out. All right, now let's go ahead and mount this to the front of our card. Centered on the front of the card. And there's like 3/8 of an inch border, or yeah, something like that. Okay, now the sending is going to go on top here. Okay, so we can put glue here, here, and on this S, down here, this, on the top of this S. I'm going to bring in a miniature dimensional. I'm going to put one here, one over here. Glue on the tip of this. And this is going to go here, like that. Alright, now this one, we just need one little dimensional down on this one end. And glue on this end. Tuck this under, oops. Tuck this under this end. Okay, now let's bring in those pearls, iridescent pearls, and take your big tool. There it is. Wasn't where it belonged. Okay, so I'm going to take one big one, put it up here, one small one up here next to it. I'm going to take one of the small ones and add it to the eye. Another small one on top of this. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One big one here, kind of tucked under that a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. That looks good. And there's our card. It's the one we've made together. Here's the one I did previously. Well, thank you so much for joining me today at Jamie's Craft Table. I hope you have a great rest of your day. I hope you can find a little bit of time to play with some stamps, ink, and paper.